And yes, here we are. Fantastic. Yay. It is Captain Picard Day. So whoop whoop. And we are here to play Star Trek Adventures.
Woo.
It's that every other week thing. Yes. Fantastic. And joining us, looking absolutely incredible, to my side, Blue Man Group, we have Ed.
Hello. Yes, I decided spots was one thing, but let's go the whole hog. And as I've been playing Reggie for 2 weeks, let's go full Reggie. Unfortunately, you can't quite see the antenna all the time, but they are here.
Full Reggie. Nothing as simple as Deedly Boppers for you, eh?
Handmade.
Handmade, absolutely incredible, and the makeup's absolutely fantastic. And of course, we have in security Lieutenant Commander Lee Varren, our current XO, leading the away team. Usher.
not for much longer, hopefully. either through death or getting through this mission. Either one would be a preferable outcome to what we're doing right now.
And we've been thinking it's quite hot here in the UK, but it's hot as balls there in the US as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it was about 103 degrees Fahrenheit today. So whatever that conversion is in Celsius, which is a lot, it kind of sucks.
It's definitely a fever and a sign you've got COVID.
Yeah,
it's that level.
Exactly. It was actually quite nice outside for everybody. It was just me that walked outside. I was like
40 degrees. That's oppressive.
Madness. That's the surface of the sun.
It felt like it. Felt like it.
It really is. And I'm not wearing these ears because they probably melt off at the moment. We have Lieutenant Commander Bosh, our very own Matt.
I don't know why I'm waving.
Did remember to definitely 100% from the beginning of the stream have the background on, and definitely didn't.
I was going to say, people. I'm sure some of our better, like some of our sneakier viewers can figure out where you live now somehow or another from that room.
It's fine. I'm happy to tell people if you want to pop over. There's beer in the fridge. We're good.
Right. I'll see you all then.
It just leaves one frame and comes into the next one.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Actually, we did that on a D&D game a couple of weeks ago when we were allowed to go back forward. We didn't tell the DM that we were going around, and so online, and we just kept swapping, and they were trying to work out whether their cameras were going all over the place, but we just kept swapping seats.
Brilliant. And yes, and they're ready to go in the warp core. In science, we have Lieutenant Davok, our own Amy.
Yay!
Hello.
How is Amy keeping in this warm weather?
It's warm, but I've been out in the sun. I've been watering my plants. Very nice. So I can't complain.
Yes, indeed. Any more camping planned?
Well, it's raining now, so.
What?
Yeah,
I've got rain. I've got rain. Yeah,
rain?
Now we've got rain for the next week, I think.
Okay, so proper camping UK weather then?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
We just call that swimming here.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Now, we usually do a catch-up. We have a fantastic log, all detailed, prepared. I think, Ed, you've rushed something together because I screwed up.
I've got something.
Excellent. Well, let's have at
see
it.
a doctor
Absolutely
about that.
Brilliant. Well done.
Well, this is Reggie's first Starlog, so they expect it to be like not perfect.
It's going to have to do. Are we all ready?
Reggie, you mean?
Reggie, willing and able.
We're ready. You're Bluey. Ew.
Combat log, stardate 57121.6. Chief Petty Officer Revoir Bartlesby reporting. We're under attack by Romulans. The Cordolan 4F mining colony has turned out to be another excellent test of Livingston's security elites. Though until now, we've only really found many Klingon corpses, one of which we beamed to the ship for further analysis. The real casualties of this mission so far are tricorders and pattern enhancers. Chief Engineer Gomez is going to be furious when we get back. If we get back. The Tellarite freighter in the hangar is a bit of a mystery, as was the device Lieutenant Davok managed to deactivate, taking down the diagnostic field affecting the area. Now, if he could just help me and Bosh deactivate these super tough Romulan Tolzak that are shooting at us, that would be great.
Excellent. Very, very well done.
All of us,
well done.
all of us look over in the middle of the fight.
You know, like,
Reggie's just like speaking into something. You're like, Reggie!
Yeah.
This is
Not
my
time.
memoirs I'm going to sell afterwards. Leave me alone for a minute.
This is Zoom. No time for Zoom. Combat log.
Exactly.
Very in line with the show. When there was an ad break in the middle of battle, you would get a log. So very in keeping with the show. Brilliantly done. So yes, you are. You're on this mining station. You've knackered your pattern enhancers, but you've managed to get rid of the distortion, so that's good. Bosh has buggered up another tricorder. That's 2 for 2. Yeah, it's going well so far, isn't it?
I mean,
In comparison, actually, yeah, pretty well.
it's going. It's which I guess as long as it's still going, it's not that bad.
This is
We're not
very,
dead yet.
very true. Well, you're all still stood at the moment. However, so are these 2 Romulans. Now, when we last left, Varren, you were in hand-to-hand combat with one of the Romulans,
Mm-hmm.
and the rest of you were stood back and basically shooting. And we had just come round to very quick hello to Captain Quinn and Alakar, who have joined us in the chat. Lovely to see
Awesome.
you
Good to have you.
both. And someone called Mad Turnips. I mean, that's just a weird name.
Damn him! Clearly a
Fantastic.
troll.
Yeah. If Mad Turnips ask me if I want to be famous, we'll know. So we have come round. It is the Romulans' turn, and interestingly, before we do, just to remind you, you currently have 4 momentum, and I currently have 5 threat. Oh yes, mention your dice. Got to mention your dice.
Yes. For tonight, for the first time, for me anyway, I'm going to be playing with a very special set of dice that our delightful ship's doctor had printed and sent me. I've got my very own set of security engineering. Oh, there we are. Custom, proper Star Trek dice, thanks to Matt. And I've got the proper effect dice and everything. And he sent me, and I got very excited, he sent me a set of command dice for when I'm Wraal as well. Great, thank you, Matt. Super work.
Brilliant, yes, well done. Ooh, Bosh really can get anything, it seems.
Varren will get some as well partially when Ed's finished some odds and ends. And also, if he didn't live so far away, it'd be easier.
I just like the idea that I finally get a package from Matt and open it up and it's just like a dead rat or something like that. It's just like, are you fucking kidding me?
That's better than opening it up and finding a live rat.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'd rather
There we go, Matt.
Don't
Christmas
post rats.
ideas.
Don't post rats.
So, yes, we come
Dude,
back
what-
round to these Romulans who are facing you down in this corridor. And the first thing you notice about them is that where you've done a bit of damage, I think, Usher, you've managed to get a little cut on one of them with your dagger, haven't you?
I
and the other
believe
one's
so.
been
I don't
hit.
remember.
I'm pretty sure he's certainly injured. I say injury. He's not got an injury in terms of mechanical terms, but he is injured. Well, they both are. First thing they do is their wounds heal up a little bit. Not completely, but a bit.
Is that a Romulan? Is that a normal Romulan feature, or would that be alarming to Varren as he's like punching someone and watching that slice like stitch itself up?
Oh, that should be pretty alarming to Varren.
Okay.
I'm not sure about Reggie, but Bosh and Davok, however, as medical and science officers, especially as you've been studying these neural parasites, you do know that it is part of the thing when they are in a host, they will repair damage to that host
Oh,
quite quickly.
balls.
Like a regenerative ability.
Self-repairing.
Yeah, whether Reggie's aware of that or not, I'll leave up to Ed. So, the one facing you down, Varren, is going to draw his dagger.
Knife fight on a starship.
He's going to go for an attack. This is daring and security. Nope. He's going to miss. The one next to him is going to fire at Bosh, who has already done the most amount of damage. So this is going
To tricorders.
14. So 2 successes gives me 2, 3, 4, 5 dice. And let's see what we get. We get 2, 3, 4, 5. You take 6 stress points off, and because it's more than 5, you have an injury.
Ooh.
Now, this was shoot to kill.
Could it be an injury to his vocal cords?
Wearing his copy of the Rules of Acquisition.
So it is an injury. Unless you want to spend momentum.
We have plenty of momentum.
Injury.
Yeah.
Yeah, it probably makes sense.
That's 2 momentum, I believe. Is that correct, Ed?
I think actually it's determination you spend to avoid an injury. Unless anyone in chat knows better, quickly. I think you need to use your point of determination to avoid it.
I will do that.
Okay, so that relates to a value then, doesn't it?
2 momentum does avoid an injury.
Ah, thank you, Amy.
The cost may be paid by suffering a complication instead.
Ah, no, then burn the momentum.
Only do it once per scene.
Ah.
2 momentum. So you're still down on the stress, but but it is not coalesced.
So nobody else get injuries.
That's quite a lot of stress.
It was a good hit.
It's like hanging out with you. It's just a lot of stress.
It was a good hit. I don't have any rules of acquisition appropriate to it.
Oh,
Well,
God, I hope not.
Yes, actually.
Ah.
Yeah.
How quickly can you find one, Matt?
Oh, no. It's
I'll be right back.
431. When the shooting starts, let the mercenaries handle it.
How many are there?
There's a good question. Sort of 200 and sort of 300, but they sort of stop at 299, and then there's 431 because that came for a book, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. But that's them. We are back around to Varren.
Have it in the ears.
What's that? What did you say?
Cut his ears off.
Cut his ears off. I have no idea why they're healing. Like Varren doesn't. You guys would, but because Varren would give like a muted surprise look when he sees like the cut healing itself, and resort to trying to stab harder. Because he's not really thinking. He's just like, oh, I have to do more damage to do it. And then yeah, we'll do that. We'll just attack him. The one that I'm in hand-to-hand combat with.
Is this no? I know you're attacking with the dagger, but are you doing this to try and kill the Romulan, or to?
Didn't we have this discussion last time? I forget what I said.
I've forgotten. That's why I'm asking again.
We come in peace.
Last time you
shoot to kill.
Yeah, I think last time we swung to kill, seeing that they were definitely taking more hits to do any damage to than normal Romulans should.
Yeah, I think at this point, Varren will just like yell out, "Phasers to whatever the fuck you want," and then he's gonna stab this guy.
Oh, good.
Okay, so
that's Reggie goes to murder it.
Assassin.
Fantastic. So, are you doing any minor actions before your?
Can I do a minor action to move him in front of me, or like pivot myself so where I'm fighting him, but his back is to these guys?
Oh, good question. Now, these two Romulans are side to side, so I'm going to make you roll for this. This is going to be daring and security. I'll make it a difficulty 2 because it's not a wide corridor.
Okay. That means I need to get 2 16s. I think I'm just going to roll it myself without using momentum and go for it.
Okay.
This could be a bad thing, but I feel like I would rather just take a complication or something like that instead of losing something. That's a 7 and a 2.
Oh,
7 and a 2. Fantastic.
Against the wall.
Yeah, you come at this Romulan and you're flicking your knife about, and you sort of give him a bit of a feint, and you dodge one way and then another, and to everyone else it looks like you're having a bit of a dance with this guy, a dance off. But yes, you have ended up on the other side of him, so
nice.
Your back is now to the corridor that you haven't seen.
Yeah, but the whole point was
he's facing you.
Good.
Fantastic.
That's perfect. And then for my regular action, I will just attack him.
Excellent. Daring and security then.
Daring and security. Again, 16. So I will take, and I roll just the 2 dice, right? Unless I buy any. Okay, so.
Unless you want to buy, yeah.
No, that's a 6 and a 4.
Oh.
6 and a 4, fantastic. Yeah, you strike the Romulan. So with your knife, I'm trying to remember. That's is it 3 dice with vicious 1?
Let me just have a quick check on that one. Yeah, because obviously that's that'd be difficult. It's difficulty 1 in close combat melee. So we gain a momentum for that. And yeah, a knife or dagger will add 1 to your security rating and has vicious 1 built into it. So yeah, any Starfleet badges you roll, or 5s and 6s in other world, cause an additional damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pulling up. So we are rolling. What is it? 3 6s or 3 d6?
What's your security on Varren?
Oh, sorry. My security is actually quite. It's 5.
Okay, so that's gonna be 6 d6s you're rolling.
Goodness gracious. Okay. Here we go. 2, 2, 2, 2, 6, 5.
Oh, critical.
Wow.
That's a good roll.
Okay. So,
That's 8, 9, 10, 12.
12.
This is just I have like the screenshot of it on the Wizards dice roller, so
Absolutely amazing. So you do this little dance with this Romulan, pivot him round, and then as he turns to face you, you bring up your knife straight across his throat. And
goodness.
you get covered in green, and he slumps to the floor.
all right. Wow, that's a way to start out again. I wasn't expecting to kill him outright. Right on.
And Reggie shouts out, "Remember Threlvia!"
Given how many stress he didn't have, I think that's a fair result.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that's Varren. Wow. Amazing. We are around to Reggie.
Oh, good. My go now. Can I shoot him, boss? Can I shoot him, please? I've been really good all week.
If that's how Reggie actually acts, I'm going to question taking him on the next mission.
Reggie's off his leash. Yeah, I'm just going to take Reggie for a walk.
Get back in the backs.
Right, what's he going to do? Okay. Okay, as a minor action, I will... Let's set my phaser to vicious setting. That'll be... Wow.
Using
Shot
the
at single
charge
remaining Romulan.
feature to go to vicious. Okay.
Yes, exactly. Yes, sir. Quite so. So now, do I want to add a dice in for momentum? Via momentum, I've got...
You have 3.
Okay. It's going to be... To shoot him, it's going to be control and security, which is 15 for Reggie, and he has a focus in hand phasers. So anything 4 and under will count as 2 successes. So I think to build a bit of momentum, I might burn 1 momentum to add in 1 dice and see if we can gain some back.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
let's go with 3. I've got this. There we go. And
You do want 2 successes with this.
yeah. So with our nice new dice. Oh, we've got a 10, a 13, and a 5. So boom, boom. That's 3. It takes us back to 3 momentum and successfully hits the Romulan.
It does indeed. Roll your... This is a phaser set to kill, isn't it?
I think Reggie's probably just set it to... He's old school. He's been here for a while, so he's out of habit. He set it to stun.
It's set to stun. Okay.
We're going to have to talk about that later, Reggie.
Well, you did say whatever I want, boss.
You know what I want.
I like some settings. So it's actually 6 dice because he actually he's a minor character. He carries a phaser type 1. So it's 6 dice. He goes with I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 damage.
7 damage, 7 stress. Yeah.
Okay. You actually do 4 damage.
Oh, he's got some resistance.
Mm-hmm. Seems so.
Right.
Seems so. The Vulcan that was nearly decaffeinated, sorry, the Romulan that was nearly decaffeinated, didn't seem to be resisting that very well.
Vulnerable to close combat, or vulnerable to a knife in... Well, very vulnerable to a knife across the throat.
That would be one
It was also,
possibility.
I don't think it would have made it any different. It was a Romulan knife. I have no idea whether or not that would have made any difference. So I did take it from a Romulan. But
Well, they have the vicious attribute anyway, so they do extra damage basically.
Okay.
That's the only real difference you would be aware of.
Yeah, in game,
but
knife is all the same, really. It's just a vicious one, but you do have the option of having it hidden.
cool.
The size of the knife in my head would make it slightly difficult to hide it unless you were extremely talented.
Can you?
Right, Davok, we're going to science our way out of this.
Well, I thought I would get in on the action for a change.
Sorry, Mr. I'll let you have a shot here. You go.
Yeah, thanks.
After you, sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna crack my knuckles and getting close with a move as my minor action, and I want to try a nerve pinch.
Oh, we're going into close combat. No, I have no idea how nerve pinchers work, so I'm hoping...
Me neither, and I was Googling it and I couldn't find the rules.
Oh, right. Excellent.
So this is fun. Let me...
Well, we know it's going to be a physical attack.
It says intense and non-lethal.
It's intense, it's non-lethal, and it is hand-to-hand. So, this is going to be, then... Yes. Daring and security.
Okay.
And would you like... it's... Yes, it's going to be daring and security, and you need one success.
I would
like to buy any dice?
Yeah, if that's all right with the team.
Go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll take one.
Okay.
So
Do it, Amy.
yeah, I've got no focuses to help, and I have to get 11. A little low.
Would you even need a focus to use a nerve pinch? She's a Vulcan.
It's to improve the amount of wins you get.
I got 3 successes.
Oh,
3 successes.
Yeah, 2 momentum back.
So you get 2 momentum back.
You get
Fantastic.
close to him. Varren is just rip his head off.
Right.
It's like no. And I do 5 dice.
What's your security score?
Oh, 2.
2. That is 5 dice. Yeah.
Yeah. 1 and 2 of the Star Trek symbols and 2 nothings.
Okay. So that would be 3 points of stress. However, maybe it's the way this parasite is sort of supercharging this Romulan and his central nervous system, but it doesn't seem to have the effect you would expect.
It's got bulky nerves.
It's got something. It's not gone down though. Good try and good thinking.
Bravely done. Don't look like that.
Yeah. Bosh. Sharpshooting Bosh. Does
Sharpshooting
more damage
Bosh
than it heals.
is, yeah, I'm going to follow on all that lines, and I'm going to take out hyper spray and patch myself up using my field medic talent. So I can do a medicine task when in the midst of combat. I can ignore the first complication that would increase the difficulty of this task.
Very good.
Okay, so do we know what the difficulty is?
Not a clue. But I basically want to try and get my stress back by use of a hyper spray.
I'm going to sort of do this like a reverse unarmed strike then. So let's do... You're away from the combat, aren't you? You're not in melee. So that would be control and medicine. Let's make it a difficulty one. Do you want to buy any extra dice?
No, it's a 14, and I got a 10 and an 11.
Okay, fantastic. So that is you get an extra momentum for that.
Yay.
Lovely,
Nice.
lovely.
Are we at 4?
What's your medicine score?
5.
A 5. Roll me 5d6s. I'm going to treat it exactly the same way as we would with damage, but as healing.
Okay, that's not good then. I got 4 blanks and a Star Trek logo.
Now could you? We can use momentum to re-roll like those dice in a combat situation. If Stu will allow us to use momentum to re-roll.
Yes, I will. Absolutely. How many would you like to re-roll?
Oh, 1 momentum means you can re-roll any ones you want, either the lot or.
Oh, right. Okay.
But it still costs 1 momentum just for that 1 dice.
Cool.
So that's now 1 blank, 3 double POWs, and a Star Trek logo.
Okay. So that is 7 stress. You
So I'm
get
back up to a nice bit of chlorpromazine as an antibiotic and whatever else I can dial into it, to be honest.
Position heal thyself.
Antithrizine, I think, will do as a local anaesthetic into that.
Yeah, you got hit pretty bad.
Yeah, that was painful.
Mm.
Okay.
You would have noticed as you were healing yourself, there was no concern on Baron's face for you.
Confusion that I wasn't
Confusion
that I wasn't like firing phasers at it. I just sort of go a little bit quiet and.
No, I think that's good.
Hope you bought enough for the rest of the party.
I think Varren is happy to put himself in danger, but does not want to put everyone else in danger. Which coincidentally, go ahead.
I think that's my.
That
action.
is your go. Unfortunately, you didn't blow up the hypo spray, so
Yeah, makes a change.
great. We are back around to the Romulan. It's going to take out their knife and have a pop at let's leave it to fate at Davok.
Yeah, you can try.
Dodgy Davok.
You can if you can dodge a Rich, you can dodge a Paul.
Do you know what? I'm going to buy an extra dice as well.
No, that's cheating.
Oh, is it? I'll remember that the next time you guys want to do that.
Which is literally every roll for us.
Can I spend momentum to stop Stu from buying dice?
No.
No.
That's a good use of momentum.
And with that extra dice, gets 1 success. But that's good because that's enough. So that is 1, 2.
Ed, do
3,
you have
4.
like a rolling cup? It sounds like you do.
Yes, I do.
All right. Right on.
Davok, you take 5 points of stress as the Romulan slashes it across your shoulder.
Oof.
And because it's 5 points of stress in one go, you take an injury, unless you'd like to avoid your injury by burning your momentum.
I believe we can only do that once.
Once per scene.
You can only do it once per scene, so as long as
Oh, right. Okay, you have an injury then,
Ooh.
Davok, where it got you in the shoulder.
Oh no.
Oh,
Is it my good shoulder or my bad shoulder?
it's the one that looks better in photos. This
Well,
side. This side.
Side.
If it wasn't before, it's now a bad shoulder.
Mm.
Oh,
Oh,
And Varren will definitely notice this. The Romulan that has slumped to the floor in a big pool of green. You see from underneath it, scurrying out, a neural parasite. It appears to be in retreat.
got it.
Varren, we are round to you.
So, thinking about the great, is there any way to, just on our kit that we take with us? I know that we have like a tricorder and a phaser. I don't know if we have anything else typically. Will we have anything to capture this son of a bitch, this little slug thing?
Well, you can capture it by hand.
I don't think that's the right decision, Stu. I'm just, just like
lie down
just
and
offer my neck to it.
So, yes, if you open your mouth wide.
Oh,
No, I will say, you do, I mean, from your studies, if you were to grab it and hold it, you don't believe it would be able to squirm out of your grasp. They're not strong creatures. And it's not going to suddenly leap down your throat if you've got a good grip on it. So I would say, in the short term of capturing it, you're not carrying any nets or anything like that.
Yeah.
You've not got a bag. But in the short term, you believe you could grab it, possibly.
I don't have
if you rolled well.
I don't have an empty
And then
jar in my
maybe you can get
adventurers
something-
pack.
you're
Or
gonna be carrying
maybe
Van's
you could
handbag
find
into
something
this
in the
mission.
in the infirmary that you've just come out of to
How
store
fast
it in
is this
once
thing?
you've caught it. It's
Yeah.
scurrying pretty swiftly.
Oh, that's creepy.
Could we get the ship to teleport it on board into a thing?
It's a good question, though. You don't believe at this depth they'd be able to get a lock on. Certainly not quick enough.
We still have a live one right now, and if that thing was alive when I slit that guy's throat, we can deal with it after the Romulan is dead. I'm gonna stomp on it.
Okay, give me a daring and security roll, difficulty 1.
Okay. Let's see. Should we, an 11 and a 3, both of which are successes.
They are indeed. So you gain a momentum, and you feel maybe you're going to have to find a stick or something to clean it out from the boots.
just throw those boots out the airlock when we get back to the ship.
Fantastic. Do you know what? I'm happy to call that your minor action.
Oh,
Because
okay.
it's almost a move action, that.
Okay. Okay.
Dump.
All right. Well, that's generous. In that case, I'm trying to think about pacing. Would his back be towards me, the other Romulan?
Yes, his back is towards you because he is. He's got his focused on trying to chop off Davok's arm. It seems.
Yeah, it sounds like it. He's gonna have a harder time to do that with a knife in his back. So I'm gonna go ahead and take just a regular attack against him. With,
Excellent.
so we'll do that. Jesus, a 6 and a 4.
Well, yeah, that gets you another momentum. You're now at maximum momentum.
Yay!
Just
All
as a
right.
quick reminder, you can spend momentum to increase damage. Should
Yeah,
you
you
wish.
did one momentum per damage and just tack them on.
Okay. Well, let me go ahead and roll. So I guess it would be the same roll as last time, 66. Not
That's it.
wow, not terribly bad. It's 252162.
2,
2,
5,
1,
1,
2,
6, 3, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one has. Oh yeah. Yes, you come up behind him, bury your dagger right up to the hilt, pretty much where you think the Romulan heart might be. This one collapses to the floor.
All right, so this guy's down too.
He's down too, and you're probably going to get another one of these things escaping again. However, it is Reggie's turn.
Right. Maybe I should go and try and grab it then. It's scurrying it out of its mouth. So if there's nothing else...
Oh, God. I'm so grossed out right now. Varren is stoic. Varren is stoic.
Seeing Romulan crumple, and Andorians aren't much fans of Romulans. Long history. He'll take a minor action to run forward into the same zone as Davok and Mr. Varren. Mr. Varren.
Okay.
Oh, right, Mr. Varren. Sorry about that. I was just twiddling in my phaser settings. Oh, what's that on the floor? Do you want me to pick that up for you, sir?
Get it.
and Reggie will grab for, if it is running out of its mouth, if there's anything on the floor, he will try and grab for it.
Okay, if he's going to try and grab for it, give me a daring and security roll.
Oh, that's a good one.
To try and grab for it, I'm going to make this a bit more difficult than stamping on it. This is actually going to be a difficulty 3.
Oh, okay.
We did say it was quite fast. It's like playing whack-a-mole a little bit. Just trying to grab.
Okay, so I'll add in a dice with a momentum, if I may, so at least I get a bit more.
We have so much momentum.
And let's give that.
Stamping on something's a bit different to actually trying to... Because it might squiggle out your grasp quite easily.
Yeah.
It's probably slippy from all the green as well.
Oh, God.
Well, Reggie's grabbed a 7, a 5, and a 10.
Hey! Reggie is good at grabbing things.
Oh, it's wiggling, sir. It's wiggling.
You have a wriggling parasite.
I want to ask.
You're going to put it down your jumper.
No, that's not.
He stuffed in his trousers.
It's not a weasel.
Mr. Bosh. Mr. Bosh, if you're feeling up to it, we should find something to capture this specimen in the infirmary. Don't you agree?
I completely agree. He says, sort of eyeing Davok and deciding whether or not.
Oh shit! Just completely forgot that Davok's shoulder is half on.
Yeah, let's get to the nearest. Is there a sick bay in this?
You're gonna lose an arm in every game.
You've just
that we
been in
play.
it.
No, right?
Yeah, so we'll go back. Yeah, go back into the sick bay. Is there? Yes. Well, if there's a jar, can I try and hyperspray some sort of anesthetic? Not like anesthetic into the parasite. See if I can knock it out while we put it in a jar.
Ooh, interesting.
Meanwhile, being called out in Twitch chat for not putting enough effort into my outfit. Thanks a lot, Ed.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm cosplay shaming you.
Paul is.
It's not a cosplay game. You ignore it. But look, I mean, you've even made your living room look like the Defiant Bridge. What more do they want?
That's a lot of woodwork.
Exactly.
That's a lot of good woodwork there.
We were talking about this earlier. It's casual Wednesday on our ship today. So
there you go.
I can see Captain Liera going with something like that. I think she's that kind of captain.
Right. So, Bosh, I'm going to ask, because I'm going to ask for a control and medicine check to see if you can find what you believe will be the right type of anaesthetic.
Okay.
Not anaesthetic, knockout thing, isn't it? What do they call it?
Slug repellent.
Yeah.
Oh, it is an anaesthetic, like a general.
Yeah, anaesthetic.
Yeah. I was
Rather,
thinking, yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
if I gave it an antihistamine, that might be a slight. Like, I don't think it's going to do a huge amount.
But obviously, different anaesthetics work on different life forms.
Sedative.
So, sedative.
Yeah.
That's the one. So
Thank you,
it's only going to be a
Swain.
difficulty one because you have been studying these things.
Yeah. So it's a
No.
Thanks, Scott.
14, and I got a 6 and a 9.
Excellent. So you get your momentum back. You're back up to maximum momentum. And yes, you inject this thing, and Reggie, it stops wriggling so much in your hand.
And then as soon as that's done, Reggie, find something to put it in. Davok, come here.
Can't you come
For the
here?
purposes of just wrapping up sort of Reggie and Usher, it's very easy to find a container.
Oh, thank
to
God.
put it in.
I'm going to be like,
There was
previously all the glass jars have been smashed for whatever reason. No idea.
They're all in engineering.
I was going to be shoving it down my trousers like sort of sausages.
It's just like you see Stu being like, I'm gonna use threat to magically like get rid of all the jars in the room.
No, I'm down to. I've not got that much threat, and I'm saving it for something special. So no, you've got. You find a plexiglass container that even has air holes. It's clearly for keeping a living creature in.
You can take
Lovely.
we got a pet parasite home with us. That's nice.
Exactly.
Right. So while Davok is dripping all over the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We should.
A bit of trauma surgery and field medicine coming to good use on Davok, I think. Trauma
Excellent.
surgery is a
Let's make this-
focus.
Yeah, difficult.
Talent is a field medicine.
Trauma surgery? Are you opening her up? Like, we just.
I've got to sew her back together again.
Okay.
I mean, admittedly, that's just drawing the line over with the like a surgical like.
There's no skill involved.
Dermal regeneration.
Anyone can be a doctor. Anyone can be a doctor.
But she crouches down and says, I know they keep misgendering you, sir, Mr. Davok, sir, but it's all right. I know
It's
you're...
okay. They'll get there eventually.
I think I've said he the whole time, haven't I?
No, not today.
Oh, sorry, Amy. Davok. Oh, what? 3 and an 8.
3 and an 8.
Have I been correct
fantastic.
today?
You would get an extra momentum, but you can't.
So,
I want to
No, maybe not. I don't-
want to
Probably
spend
not.
the momentum
Let's be honest.
If there's any other old scars on Mr. Davok in that area, while I'm patching that up, I want to spend the momentum just to like fix any other bits that.
It's gonna burn our momentum.
Cosmetic
what do you think?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Like, I'm fine, other than this recent injury.
It's just like we're
The
just gonna
fillers
spend some
and
momentum to
Botox.
curve those ears back a little bit. Make sure they're.
So, what, you're going to do this without Davok's permission?
It's just
What?
Oh, no, you say it like that.
Really?
exactly that's
I mean,
how it is.
Davok might want these scars. They might be a reminder of some.
Oh God.
Cheek stick
Anyway,
scars. But yeah,
roll your 5 anti-damage.
What were you?
a blank, 3 logos, and a 2 splat.
Okay, that's 5 stress back to Davok.
That is exactly what I needed.
Excellent. As Ben in the chat says, you're going to give Davok a nose job while you're at it.
I was thinking more along the lines of, like any other skull, or like, yeah. Yeah. Seemed like a nice idea at the time.
Yeah, do you want that tattoo removed as well while you're at it?
Exactly.
The lower back ricer or bust.
It's canon now that Mr. Davok has a tramp stamp.
Brilliant.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Right. So
guys, we killed the Romulans and we captured like a live slug creature. I feel like that's pretty good.
And we're all alive.
A live parasite.
Sadly, Bosh is still alive. You were right.
Sadly.
And no more tricorders blown up in the session so far. But you know what? That's probably
Mr. Davok,
a really
your nose
good
looks
place.
different.
That's probably a good place for us to take a 5-minute break. We will see you all watching in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. That's an order. And we're back. Fantastic. So, how are you all feeling now? A bit more chillaxed?
Yeah, well, I want to point out to the Twitch viewers that while everyone's saying Ed did a great job and whatnot, it's only his face that's blue. Like every time you see his hands, they're, just saying. Half-assed is all I'm saying.
I'm blue like a Scotsman wears his kilt.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to Google that.
I want to know, now we've decided, and it is absolutely canon, that Davok has a tramp stamp. I want to know what it's of.
I know, me too.
It's a trill.
I want to see that fan art.
Yeah.
Oh,
Make
God. Please, someone
do it.
draw Lieutenant Davok with a tramp stamp.
We'll make it canon.
It's like bending over to pick up the broken tricorder that Bosh did, and all the shirt rides up, and you're like, wait a second, what?
So bringing us back into the game then. So as Usher and Reggie are looking at this thing unconscious in a jar and tapping on the sides at it, and Bosh is patching up what's left.
We put like a stick with a leaf in there, like giving it some foliage.
Get some water.
Yeah. And as Bosh is putting Davok's shoulder back together, you hear a howl, and certainly it's an inhuman howl coming from down the corridor. You think down the direction that the Romulans came from.
Time to go, right? It's time to leave.
Do we not investigate? Do we want to investigate?
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to investigate. It's like MacGuffin howl I've ever heard of. We're going after it.
Yeah. I mean, we do have what we came for, don't we?
I mean, yeah, no, you're right. Lieutenant Commander Bosh is correct. However, being that we do want to check out the Tellarite ship at some point, we need to clear the station. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Because otherwise we leave here and we aren't able to search the rest of the station for any information or to the Tellarite traders. And
we don't know how many parasites are still left on this station and that could go anywhere.
Yeah. And we can't leave them here. We need to either at least capture them or kill them. So otherwise, a certain Klingon Bajorn will probably track us down and kill us if we don't do that. So let's, if everyone's okay, Davok, you feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right. How's that shoulder?
Never better.
I don't know why I just became a camp counselor and just like, everyone good, let's do this.
Just add a wet paper towel to it, and off we go, like at school.
To bring it slightly out of gaming, I'm intrigued to hear. Obviously, the Major disappeared off the ship. I'm intrigued to hear what you all think happened to her.
I think there was, because we got that blip on the cloak ship. I think somehow or another that blip was them beaming her off. As to what that means, that's the question, right? And I think that's how she left. As to why or who, I'm not really inclined to speculate, purely because I'm a Star Trek noob. If y'all haven't figured that out,
I can't. Did we got some information that she wasn't quite who she said she was, didn't we?
Yeah.
Or did we, or was it just?
It was Wraal and myself. Because Wraal told myself, but the conversation happened between Janeway and Wraal.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to think. If you think what I think happened or what Bosh thinks happened.
Yes.
I think Bosh thinks it's Klingon intelligence that have just picked her up again. She just got there first and been picked up. I'm starting to think she was taken by the Romulans, is my thought.
Davok doesn't have enough information to come to a conclusion at this point.
Very rational of you.
Logical response.
What does Amy think happened?
Amy doesn't know. No, I'm not sure.
Interesting. And Ed, you've been quiet over that.
It could be literally anybody who's got cloaking technology in this quadrant, and that could be anyone. It could be anyone who doesn't like Klingons. That's a lot of people. It could be someone who's it could be Romulans. It could be other Klingons. It could be
Starfleet, technically. Yeah, because they do have the technology.
Unless we actually drag the ship out of its cloak, beat it up, and find out what's in it. I don't even want to speculate. I've got a clue.
Yeah, no, I think Stu has successfully made this a complete mindfuck like mystery. So.
Actually, that's Captain Quinn makes a good point. It could be Section 31.
Yeah, Captain Quinn also suggests the Tal Shiar as well.
Oh,
yeah. Well, that
of course,
just
Starfleet, yes, with their face cloak.
So basically, we have no fucking clue. Is really what it comes back to the action, because we can't deal with that shit.
I was satisfied with it's a head fuck. So yeah, fantastic. So you've heard this howl coming from down the corridor.
Now,
what would you like to do?
Is there any, like you say, howl? I think like a wolf. Or something along those lines. Was this like a humanoid howl, or like some sort of? Because we all have like the universal translator, right? That's how that works. So does it?
I'm guessing it sounds a little bit like an angry bestial Klingon howl.
Oh, okay. Well, that was what I was getting at. Okay, lovely.
It was definitely inhuman. It was definitely animalistic. Yeah, if you listened if your ears were finely tuned to Klingon sounds, yeah, you probably did hear a bit of Klingon in there, Bosh.
Oh, God.
A de-evolved Klingon. Oh, good.
Oh, lovely.
Don't forget that they're especially armored. If they're.
All right, quick.
Parasitically.
Quick, we have everyone here real quick. We'll close that door and just be like, from the ground team, do we want to stay here?
Give it 10 minutes.
I'll put the kettle on.
You can always ask the captain.
That's right. Let's call Wraal. Damn it.
Hang on, Scots.
While I'm very appreciative about your new, taking command seriously, Mr. Varren, I just kind of wonder if we're waiting here. Are we going to be? And these are bestial Klingons. Are we going to be tracked like a targ?
Yeah, can they smell us?
Most likely. So go ahead and guard the door by yourself, Bosh, while we three adults talk this out. No, fuck it. Let's go.
Fiddling with a hyper spray.
No, we should. You're gonna anesthetize me. Just give me a tramp stamp. No, I do think we should go deal with whatever it is. But as we're moving towards it, I will hit the badge and just give an update to Wraal on what's going on and say that we encountered 2 Romulans that were definitely under the influence of the parasite. We killed one, killed that parasite, killed the second, and took the other parasite like as a specimen. And it sounds like we're about to be ambushed by armored Klingon parasite people. So, just keep an eye out. If you don't hear from us in like half an hour, send a search party.
It's gone really badly wrong.
Yep. All right. Yeah. And then I will head out the door, phaser in hand, set to stun to start out. We'll just before
you do, would you like? Would you? No. You'll like this. Would you like to spend some momentum to analyze your last combat to see if you can figure out any? Let's see if you can figure out why you think they were harder to take down in some ways and easier in others.
Yes, very much so.
Can we use that spare one I had for doing the? Yeah, no. Let's do that.
No.
Doing the assault
Instead of tattooing Davok.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's been long there.
Obviously, this would be more Reggie and Varren, but between the two of you, you can figure out that it was when people were holding back, when they were basically non-lethal damage, these things seem to be very highly resistant to. It was when you went in all out, kill, that's when the damage was really being done.
Right. Yeah. If you want to damage them, you need to go to kill them.
Interesting. I'm going to reflect that to Bosh and Mr. Davok. Say, this is what we came for, and point to the specimen. Everything else here doesn't need to be here and probably shouldn't be alive, in my opinion, but that's more academic than anything else. The good thing is I don't think that those things are going to try and take prisoners here. So if you wouldn't mind, let's try and kill them. And then, Bosh, you can do whatever weird, creepy experiments or tattoos you want to give them after the fact.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, let's deal with that. In the meantime, as we walk upward and pass by the Romulans, I'm going to toss their disruptors I'm going to toss one of them to Reggie, and I'll take the other.
Very nice. Thanks, boss.
Okay. Would Reggie like to arm himself with the disruptor over the phaser?
Reggie's just checking what the difference is. Oh, then see if they're vastly better. So what have we got? Disruptor pistol. I take it now. That's 3 and vicious 1 automatically, as opposed to a phaser, which is 2. Oh yeah, I'll stick with the disruptor pistol.
No, do you know what? I'm telling lies. No, because I used my threat to escalate them to rifle, so they are phaser disruptor rifles.
Shit!
Oh, they're nicer. Yeah, that's basically it's 4 damage dice plus your security, and they have vicious 1 built in, and they have accurate to them, which I believe means you can re-roll 1 dice in shooting.
I believe so.
I'll grab that disruptor rifle. Thanks very much.
I think you have to activate the accurate as your minor action.
That's right. Yes.
It's like taking aim.
Yeah.
I want to let you know that Davok and Bosh, I'm not trying to like not give it to you. I just think his security score is going to be higher. So if he does hit, it's going to do more damage.
Oh yeah,
ultimately.
definitely.
I'm going to be rolling every dice that Matt made for me. But really 8.
Yeah. I have a focus.
Oh, let me
in
shoot something, boss.
disruptors.
Let me shoot something.
Okay.
It's going to kill it. It's going to kill it.
And Ben makes an interesting, notable point. If you are going for lethal attacks, that does generate threat, just so you are aware.
Whoever said that needs to get out of chat. But
It's true.
but it may be true. And yeah, I think things are probably going to get a little bit more difficult as we start doing more damage. But I do, now that we know at least how to hurt them normally, like do normal amounts of damage to them, I feel like we should probably do that.
Yeah. Don't be sorry, Ben. Who's
Oh my
sorry
God,
you
I'm
are
kidding.
anyway?
Yeah. I'm just kidding. I
Fantastic. And
I
will
think
have fun
Stu
with
having
that.
I think
Cool.
Stu having more threat makes it more interesting for all of us. It's not always fun to succeed on everything, right, Mr. Tricorder?
Mr. Door.
Right. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I thought you were on my side, Amy.
Davok's on no one's side.
Oh my God. Ouch. All right.
Oh, fantastic.
Let's get this shit show started, shall we?
Right. So you head out the door of the infirmary and round to the right in the corridor, which veers round to the right for quite a long old time. It's a slow turn, and then it wends left and right again. It goes quite a distance, but eventually starts to turn into a rough-hewn tunnel that snakes deeper and deeper underground. Stalagmites rise upward from the floor of the passage, and again you hear, much closer this time, this creature howling. And you can also, well, Bosh in particular will hear, there are voices echoing from a chamber up ahead of you. Bosh, you can just about, if you listen carefully, you can hear what they're saying. You hear, it survived longer than the other test subjects. We could have studied it further. Bosh, as you're a Ferengi, you can detect the subtle variances. Sounds like a Romulan saying this. Then in a much more gruff, very obviously Klingon voice, you hear, it was just a thoughtless beast. The Romulan responds with, control that Klingon temperament or we will give you a more suitable host. You have forgotten the art of patience in that body. The test subject did quite a lot of damage before we were able to restrain him. That showed promise. And then you hear someone much, much closer say, that's far enough. And in a darkened side passage, you become aware of a man pointing a disruptor at you as he steps into the main tunnel. And you spot the spots of a drill.
Ooh.
Well, we
Like-
was on the scanners, wasn't it?
Damn it. Wraal sent his spies. He didn't trust us.
Has he seen all of us?
Oh, yeah.
Clearly he sees us. And he has a disruptor rifle trained on us.
He has his
He's only
disruptor
got one,
pistol
though.
trained on you.
Disruptor pistol. That's Amy's pistol. Like, sir, you are holding her or Mr. Davok's pistol.
Right.
No, I'm not actually going to say that. I will raise my hand, and I mean the rifle in the other hand. I'm not going to drop it, but I will hold it up and just be like, "Can we Can we help you?
You're here to infiltrate, aren't you?
Infiltrate
I should take
what?
you to the others.
What will we be infiltrating?
This base, obviously.
Is
Well,
it a
no,
base? It's a mining station, is it not? An abandoned.
Well, it's an old mining but it's a base of operations.
But if
Are
we
you
were
really
if,
Starfleet?
if we were infiltrating, wouldn't we be sneaking around?
That seems logical.
I would know.
What
I have
are
a
you
focus
doing
in
here, then?
espionage.
We came to bring some test subjects.
Yeah, haven't we got one of these parasite things?
Yeah, it's down with jumper. Hang on.
No.
Oh
Okay.
no! Oh my God! This just became a totally different kind of game. Welcome to our Star Trek Adventures comedy podcast.
Yeah,
Still alive. Look.
I was going for we are parasites of some sort, and we were bringing bringing test subject, not bringing the dead the parasite. Anyway, it's fine.
None of us got that. We are where we are. Let's keep going. Yeah, we are bringing the specimen. We have one right here.
That's one of the creatures. They're not specimens, and it looks dead.
No, still alive.
Oh, that's got a leaf in there.
Yeah.
Having a nap.
Having it, yeah, but it's pining for the fjords.
Right. Gonna pull
I'm
the
gonna get shot.
disruptor,
I'm gonna get shot.
point it directly at Bosh's forehead, and says, "Tell me what Starfleet's really doing here, or the Ferengi dies."
My God, I've waited such a long time for this situation. Varren lights a cigarette and just thinks, like leans against the rock and thinks, and says, what do you think we're doing here? I mean, look at this place. There's places all over there's Klingon and Parasite hybrids here, whatever. We're here to stop it. So either you're going to kill the Ferengi, which please don't, because that's a lot of red tape and Starfleet regulations, or please, if you're not going to, please stop pointing the disruptor at his head, because we could use another gun if we're going to end up killing all these other things. We'll figure out who are you later.
Why don't you tell him the truth?
What truth?
That we're impersonating Starfleet. Do I look like I'd be a Starfleet officer? Just,
oh my God! Just as your superior officer, I'm going to ask you to stop talking right now. Pull rank. I already just told him the truth. We literally just had this discussion, and you should thank me, because it's just I don't want you to die. Because again,
I have a value of indefatigable confidence, so I'm fine.
I have a value is I don't want Ferengi blood all over my uniform. That's a value for me. So we're investigating.
Negotiation focus in this situation.
So
I wish I'd known that before we got into this. We'll learn that next time that we get caught red-handed with a specimen as we pull down the one entrance to the lair with disruptor rifles.
See, the thing is, rule of acquisition 177 is know your enemies, but do business with them always.
Yeah.
Ooh.
now, do Reggie and Davok look like they were siding with the things Varren was saying,
Oh
or
shit!
the things that
Don't
Bosh
do this,
was
Stu.
saying?
Son of a bitch!
Because we've got
Davok,
two opposing stories here.
Well, I think Reggie's going to stick with his boss, isn't he?
Davok, you wouldn't have been able to tell. But I did like the way that was going with the story. So
Oh no.
I don't think it would work because I'm a Vulcan, and I don't think I'd pass as Romulan at this point. So.
So Davok is not showing any sort of siding with either story.
No, he's just
Reggie
there.
is siding with Varren. Let's do this first of all. Usher, give me a presence and command roll. Difficulty 3.
My best roll.
Assisted by Ed.
Oh.
So 1d20 presence and command from Reggie.
Okay.
Ooh, this is not good, boys. this is not a good roll for me.
It's more than 11.
Can I use all of our momentum so that Mr. Bosh and Davok cannot?
No, roll the dice, take your chance.
All right. Hey! I had to roll an 11.
You can add a dice.
Doesn't matter. I had to roll an 11, and I got a 10 and a 3.
10 and a 3.
Bad.
We need one more success.
I got an
gee.
11.
What'd you get?
I got an 11. And I needed an 11.
Hey!
Okay. So you've got your 3 successes. Now let's see if Bosh has screwed that up for you. Bosh, I'd like you to give me a presence. In fact, roll 2 dice against presence and command.
No buying dice.
So,
Son of a bitch.
2 20s.
my presence is 11, and my command is 2,
Okay.
which then matched with a 6 on one dice, and a logo on the other.
So you got 3.
I got 3.
You also got 3 successes.
Ooh.
Fuck your
Right.
dice, Matt.
Right.
Can I try and bribe him with some latinum?
No!
One of you can buy a momentum.
Usher, you're in command. You choose.
Shit plan. It is such a shit plan. I like it. Go with Matt. God, it's fucking useless. We're gonna die. We're gonna die here, and this is gonna be the end. And it goes against everything I actually think we probably should do.
So this Trill looks at the two of you and lowers his disruptor slightly. I mean, he's still got it, but it's now not at least pointed directly at your forehead, Bosh. More at your chest now, if that makes you feel any better. And does say, yes, Starfleet have a bias against Ferengis. They wouldn't have one. No, I've only heard of one Ferengi in Starfleet. Yes. So what are you really doing here?
We came to make latinum.
How?
But you're conducting experiments of some sort. We know that you're in the needing test subjects. We obviously, as you've seen, can pass as Starfleet, and we thought you'd probably want to get some more. So we basically came down here to see if there was some way that we could make some money bringing you things that you need.
Looks like he relaxes slightly. He says, "Oh, you're mercenaries.
Yeah, of course.
Why didn't you just bloody say that?"
Well, because
I like playing my part, and I apologize.
one doesn't always say that you're mercenaries, and to be honest, rule of acquisition 153 is sell the sizzle, not the steak.
What?
That's a terrible one.
Jesus Christ!
So Bosch's Steakhouse, the worst one in the galaxy.
It's from a DS9 comic, apparently. So yeah, who knows?
But someone found it in a
obviously, you're
bin
the one
somewhere.
in command here, Ferengi. I'd better take you all to the others.
Makes sense. But they're the ones that
gesture.
pay, they're the ones that pay your wages.
Oh my God!
They're the ones to talk to. He gestures with the disruptor to keep moving up the corridor.
Is he in front, or just behind me, or behind all of us?
He will go behind all of you, still
Okay.
holding the disruptor up.
But we haven't been disarmed.
No, we haven't been disarmed, and I'm sorry. I'm sorting out something. But
We
I
have
can
quite
still
a
hear you guys.
assortment of weapons. We do look a bit like mercenaries. We're all carrying all sorts of kit. And several broken tricorders.
Yep.
That we're stripping for copper wiring.
Because our Starfleet officers always wander around with really shiny kit in tight-fitting trousers. So, I mean...
Then we also have like a weird jug with holes in it with a sleeping specimen with a leaf in there.
I think my favorite thing at the moment, though, is the guitar propped up against the console.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
That looks perfect.
Yeah.
Somebody on the ship. It's probably one of the other engineers, but they just play acoustic bass down in the warp core sometimes. They like to hum.
So we're going to go into this main room with at least two other people in there. I'm kind of liking Tea Party Fox ideas that we just hand Usher over and leave.
Yeah, I figured you would like that.
Usher, one parasite. There you go. We'll be off.
But seriously, how the fuck are we going to get out of this?
So we could always
You
transport.
do have a bit more corridor to go yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just you're still listening, aren't you, Usher?
I'm here.
Engaging him in conversation further.
I'm sitting.
So
I'm
you
drawing a
start-
diagram of figuring out how I can spin fast enough to shoot a phaser or shoot a disruptor through Bosch's skull and hit the Trill at the same time.
You get extra points if you get near his spots.
Is that how
So
the spots work? They're like score multipliers in pinball.
Actually, so Bosh is going to take out a couple of 2 strips of latinum and go. Do you want to be tipped now or later?
As soon as the Trill, if he takes the bait, as soon as he drops his weapon, I'm going to spin on him. And we're going to start this now.
He's not going to take it. He's no. Con, you need to meet the others. And gestures again with the disruptor.
But as we keep walking, I guess I would be in the front. I'm just going to say, Bosh, do you have any of that hyper spray ready? The one that you used on the last concoction. I'm just feeling a little, I don't know. I feel like my shoulder's hurting a little bit.
Yeah. I'll hand him the hyper spray, and it's dealt to like parasite knockout level.
Well, that's probably not a great level of sedative, but I guess it is the only one we had. All right, never mind. I will take the super, super low dose of sedative hyper spray.
Okay.
and put it in my
but
pocket.
it's specifically parasite sedative.
Yeah,
Okay.
like it should knock out the.
It's pretty good. That's still exactly. It could be useful in the coming fight.
Interesting. And yeah, you hand that over to Usher.
Okay, I'll take it, and we'll just.
Okay, and you carry on down the corridor a little bit further with this Trill walking behind you.
Did anyone get a look at the Trill's neck?
You haven't seen behind him, and now he's behind you, facing you.
So as before we get into the next thing.
How the fuck are we gonna get out of this?
I just don't want to be shot randomly coming around the corner. So we're here with your Trill friend.
Okay, well, I mean, you haven't gotten anywhere near what looks like a room as yet. As you are walking along, though, this Trill does say quite conversationally to you all as you're walking along. Of course, it may be too late for too many more test subjects. The Iconian Gateway is going to be operational soon, and this will all be over for you. At which point he ducks behind a stalagmite for cover and takes a shot at... what order are you in? I know, Varren, you said you're at the front.
Yeah, I'm at the front as well.
You're also at the front, so that leaves Wraal and Davok at the back. So,
I think I'm more likely to be at the back.
odds it's Wraal, evens it's Davok. They've decided for you. Odd. Seeing that you're armed with a rifle, he's going to take a shot at you. Not Wraal, sorry, Reggie.
Thanks.
Reggie. He's going to take a shot at Reggie. So this is control and security. And 2 successes. Fantastic. So that is... he hits you, but he must have got one of the settings wrong, because it does absolutely no damage whatsoever.
What?
Do you know what? I'm going to spend a threat. He does 1 point of stress damage to you.
Ow!
Just for the sheer hell of it.
You've singed one of my antenna. Right.
So we'll go round in order of rank. So Varren. He's just shot at Reggie, and he's in cover.
Yeah, we're not going to have that. Can I get to him with a minor action?
Yes, you can get up next to him with a minor action, assuming that Reggie and Davok will let you past.
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah, as the shot scorches my antenna, Reggie turns around like that, just leaving enough gap for Varren to come barreling through.
I'm gonna get to him. If I get close enough to him, is there a way that I can? I know he's behind a stalagmite, so there's 2 sides to it, and I know what side he hit on. Is there any way to pop out the other side and just look if there's a fucking slug on his neck? Because if there isn't a slug on his neck, this is going to play out way differently. If there is a slug on his neck, then we have a whole different experience.
Because you have taken time to come towards, he's watching you coming towards him, and he's keeping you in front of his face. So,
really, in which case,
maybe a lethal melee attack, you could grab him and have a look.
Well, that was kind of what I was thinking. Instead of firing, because I don't know if disruptors make noise, but I know explosions make noise, and bullets or whatever the beams hitting walls make noise. I don't want to alert everybody in the fucking tunnel to what's going on. I'd like to end this as quickly as possible. I would like to tackle him.
Okay.
Get him
so you're
on
looking
the
to-
ground and possibly restrained somehow. At least get the weapon out of his fucking hand.
In order to restrain him. Okay.
Or even just disarm him. If that's a maneuver we could do.
So this is going to be an unarmed attack.
Backwards.
If you're specifically
hoop.
looking to disarm him.
Captain Quinn is just gonna. It's. I just want to correct Captain Quinn in chat there. He said stalagmite. Might are the ones that come up from the ground. Stalactites hang from the ceiling. And you can remember the two because stalactite, you have to hang tightly from the ceiling to do it. So his legs would not be visible in this case scenario.
Are you meaning you don't know the series Tights Come Down? Might come up.
Mights go up.
I'm not sure what you're referring to, but tights come down sounds like a great way to spend time with Matt.
Tights is UK speak for nylons.
Oh.
So Tights Come Down.
This still sounds like a wonderful series that I should probably find somewhere.
It's not a thing in the US. Is that not a thing? Is that
we call them something different. So nylons would be considered stockings, is what we call them here. And tights, yes, tights are, but tights would be more of something that would be used in like plays and things like that people would wear to be slim, but also have them be black, so you would stay in the shadows and get out of like view of things.
Leggings,
essentially. Tights before leggings were leggings.
Okay, so I'm going to make this difficulty 3, but it is a daring insecurity.
In which case, I'm going to use all of our momentum to get that motherfucker on the ground. You
have 4 momentum. You can use 1 to buy an extra dice.
Yeah. Then save the rest because you can use it to re-roll the damage that you do to make sure you take him down.
Yeah. But specifically, I want to get the disruptor out of his hands.
Yep.
Okay. I'm sure he has another weapon.
Difficulty 3. Yeah.
Got it. Then I will buy an extra dice for it. And daring and security would be 16 is my total. So I'm going to roll one of these.
Do you have any focuses that might come into play with this?
An advanced hand-to-hand.
That'll do.
And ground tactics, I don't, but that refers to something else, I think, entirely. So
yeah, that's something else. But advanced hand-to-hand will definitely come into play with this.
Okay. So it's a 15, a 7, a 19, and a 15. So that's 3 successes, but 1 fail.
That's 4 dice.
Sorry. Yeah, that's right. I bought a dice, and I was thinking you said difficulty 3. I thought 3 in my head.
That's right.
So,
just take the highest dice out. So that's 3 successes.
So, yeah, it'd be a 15. Yeah, 3 successes.
Okay. So you're going to do some damage because he's struggling and fighting for his.
That's fine.
His
It would be specifically non-lethal damage though, Tim, because I don't want to kill him. I need answers.
No, I'm taking it that way because your intention is to disarm him, not to kill him. So yeah. Give me your if unarmed, it's.
Should be on your character sheets an unarmed strike as a weapon option.
Yeah. Unarmed strike. It says 6 next to it. Knockdown, non-lethal, vicious 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's basically one dice on top of your security score, I think. So.
Okay, so 6.
Excellent.
So that'd be a 1, a 5, a 2, and then 3 6s.
Okay.
Crazy.
And that vicious. Yeah. You actually you managed to knock him unconscious and take the disruptor pistol out of his
Yeah, I'm going to slide the disruptor pistol across the ground to somebody else, whether Davok, Bosh, or I almost called you Wraal, Reggie.
It may have to go down in Reggie's pants of holding.
Well, Reggie has a rifle already.
Cannon.
Bear in mind.
Yeah, I was trying to get a disruptor to Davok or Bosh, whoever wanted it.
Davok.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Davok. That's got your name on it. That's for you there. That's for you.
Bosh is a pretty badass shot with a phaser as it is.
Bosh is very careful not to be seen in any way, shape, or form with Romulan disruptors right about now.
Yeah, after what happened at the space station.
I'm gonna ask Reggie and gesture him over and say let's carry him back to the alcove way before hits where we came, so we can go pick him up and carry him back into the
over shoulder and pick him up by the feet.
Yeah. Or can we even bring him back up into the main place, like to the what we've already cleared? Is there a way to get him to the infirmary?
Yeah. You can walk him back to the infirmary. You can walk him back to the side corridor that he came out of.
Let's
up to you.
Worth seeing where he came from. What was down that side corridor?
You didn't have a look.
Good point. Let's get him back to the infirmary. We can take care of him there,
and then down the side corridor as we go past.
Yeah, if it's just an empty closet space, that's one thing. But I do think we should question him and then get him out of the situation, period, one way or the other. And we can either do that by transporting him, and we need to be on a higher level to do that, or just killing him and taking his parasite. Oh, does he have a parasite on his neck?
You look at the back of his neck and you do not see a gill.
That is more interesting. So absolutely take it back to the infirmary.
That's what we needed to find out, I think.
Yeah.
And indeed, he was much easier to take down than you would expect someone with a parasite to be.
Well, he was a trill. They're pansies.
Careful.
I only did it for that reaction.
You're not a trill to say.
I only said that for that reaction. Yeah,
they're all trills.
You get him back to as Reggie sort of slings him over his shoulder, fireman lift style. You get him back to the infirmary very easily.
All right, let's get him back there. Let's close the door. That way, Bosh has ways to wake him up for this conversation. But before we do that, I want to search his body for any sort of communication device, any sort of other secondary weapon, or anything else he's carrying. I basically want to make sure that he is not going to be able to get messages off to anyone secretly.
No, other than disruptor, the only thing you find about his person is what you think might be the Trill equivalent of a pad device.
Okay.
So like a tablet computer, small tablet computer. But it's got a security lockout on it.
I will pocket that.
Yeah. I was going to say, if he's got did he have any latinum on it? Because that's Bosh's.
Bosh, I might be able to look at that, and it might give us some details.
Yeah. Mr. Davok, as we see Bosh pocket that, we can sell it later. It is yours to sell, but Mr. Davok might be able to get some info off of it.
If it's got anything any of the latest hollow things from Trill on it, you maybe sell it to our acting captain. Maybe it's been a long time since you've seen episodes of Symbiotes the movie.
Okay, all right. And Reggie is no longer allowed to talk. Sorry. No.
He's still gasping under the weight of this pansy Trill.
I just love that Reggie's carrying this character down the corridor, and he's just like, yo, if it's got porn on it, you might want to give it to the captain. It's like, wait, what? Yeah, Mr. Davok, if you think you might be able to hack into this thing or bypass the security lock somehow, that would be super helpful. And Mr. Bosh, if you could, as we place this guy on the table and make sure the doors are closed and whatnot, if Mr. Bosh would be able to concoct something to wake him up, like smelling salts or something along those lines, to wake him up, so we can get some information out of him. Both of those things would be super helpful. And then Reggie, obviously, watch the corridor for what's going on.
Yeah, there should be something in sick bay to generate.
Yes,
that
it's very
response.
easy for Bosh to come up with something that'll revive him.
For whatever reason, I have this picture of Bosh just being like, "Yeah, no, I'll wake him up," and just like stabs him in the chest.
Yeah. Do you want to like tie him up first, maybe? Or
Yeah,
But Bosh is going to wake him up from the neck upwards.
Okay.
Oh, keep his body anesthetized.
How are you going to?
I'm all about this.
Are we the bad guys?
Yeah. I don't know if we're like good.
What do they teach you at Starfleet Mengele now? Medical now?
It's, whatever they do, it is effective. So it's just we don't have to put any of this in our mission report.
Yes, you do.
What happens on Klingon abandoned mining colonies stays down on Klingon, especially when it's a level below where you can be teleported out of quickly.
I love that Mr. Davok was the one who said, "Yes, we do." What are you talking about? Like,
Yeah.
everybody else is like, if I told Reggie not to do it, he wouldn't do it. Bosh probably is going to embellish some points and make himself look like the savior. And Davok is like, everything is going in the report.
Yeah. Of course.
Well, it will be quite easy for you to inject a blocker into his spinal column, basically severing the connection between, so from the neck down, effectively paralysing him. It should be fairly easily reversible.
I'm sure there's
Probably.
the odd case it doesn't.
You should probably update Wraal on the situation and just give her an overview. I won't act it out just because of time, but I want to give her an update in case she has specific orders.
I'm not sure how gender fluid Wraal is.
Oh, sorry. Jesus.
All different ones today.
Matt and I are just fucking this up today. I'm really sorry.
But yes, we should send a message back into Wraal, see what she thinks.
Yeah.
You don't
I'm
know.
also like,
I mean, as an alternative, Bosh, to kind of paralysing this guy, there are straps and things like that around that could be attached to a biobed.
We are in the infirmary.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just, giving you options. Yeah. You do what you like. I mean, you can just,
loosing on the poor guy with his evil potion.
Sever his central nervous system permanently. It's, it's up to you what you do.
At no point was I planning to permanently maim. I was just going to, as I said, wake him up from the neck upwards. So the bottom is still asleep. That's fine. Just, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have him restrained.
we can wake that part up later if he deserves it.
But if it's so actually physically wake would be medically quite dangerous because certainly in trolls their organs work in unison with the brain. So if you're waking part up without waking,
of course.
You want balance.
All right, we'll do this. We'll wake him up with a fucking disruptor rifle to his forehead, and we'll deal with it that way. We'll just give him his own juju right back. I'm sure.
Okay, and do you want to strap him to the biobed as well?
Yes.
Or?
I didn't hear that part. Yeah, we could just do that, and we don't have to be that vicious.
He does think that we're mercenaries, so we could act mercenary.
To the biobed.
Yeah. All right, then let's do that part and not cross those bounds. But Davok's going to put in a report now that I know that I'm going to get graded on this.
While you're rummaging around for straps to tie this guy down, Davok, are you trying to hack into?
Yes. My first query would be, how does one access this? Is it an entry code, or is it biometrics? Or
well, the first question I need to ask you is, do you speak Trill?
No.
It's very hard for you to tell. Think
I
it might
send
be
a
an access code, possibly.
Oh, try 1, 2, 3.
I know a Trill. Can I get Wraal to have a look at this via technology?
FaceTime.
Yeah, the
There must be
badges,
something like that in Star
unfortunately,
Trek.
don't do Zoom.
Can I take a picture with the tricorder and send
WhatsApp him
it?
a picture of it.
Make sure the camera is facing towards it. You don't want to accidentally send her up. Selfie.
It'd be like a picture of my tramp
Oh my god! What kind of pictures do you have on your
Wrong one.
tricorder?
Pictures of the trap
I
stamp,
was trying to
obviously.
laser it off. Yeah.
Yes, you can in fact take a picture of the screen in front of you and transmit it to Wraal. Wraal, back on the ship. You get a message through on the arm of your command chair. It shows you a picture of a Trill pad that says locked.
Ah, excellent. And why is there a picture that says Davok was here written on someone's back?
No, locked.
Locked. Okay, yeah, Wraal will send back. We'll send back basically just like reply to message. It just says it's locked.
Tell me something I don't know. Okay, can I? I imagine this is going to be difficult if I don't know Trill.
We can wait.
Yeah, we can
have
get
to.
him to do it.
I'm
when
happy
he
for you
wakes
to have
up.
a go at trying to unlock it. It's going to be a difficulty level 3 task.
I think we can wait until he wakes up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can make him unlock it.
Do Trill have like their own version of like intelligence core or anything like that, or I don't know anything about the Trill Empire or whatever it's called.
Only within, they're just a planet and a race within the Federation. So their security is essentially Federation security and intelligence.
Yeah.
They don't have like a Tal Shiar or a.
Oh, okay. So, all right. Well, that makes this way easier to deal with. We just transport him to a Starfleet thing if he is bad, and then he's fucked from there. So, yeah, let's just wake his ass up. It's pretty easy.
Yeah, he would be subject to Federation law. Yes.
Don't they have like Trill military intelligence? You know, TMI.
Oh God.
Sorry.
The military intelligence just have way too much information to deal with.
Oh, it could be the tactical intelligence of Trill.
Yeah, they're quite right.
You send this to tits.
Right. You, yes, Bosh, you, give him an injection with a hypo spray and he comes around.
Would you like to have another conversation, sir?
What is it you want?
I want to know, is the Iconian gateway in this facility?
I'm not going to tell you anything. You're clearly
Now,
not
the question
mercenaries.
is-
You'd have killed me.
Oh, no.
I mean-
See, mercenaries wouldn't kill you until they got the information. Mercenaries would probably remove, I don't know, fingers or other items. You know, there's always that.
Does Davok have a response to that?
I'm gonna raise an eyebrow.
I'm gonna go to
Bosh isn't
Davok and
suggesting
just.
that's what we're doing. He's saying that's what mercenaries would do.
Oh, I know, but I'm getting the feeling that this is about to go weird, and I'm just gonna go to Davok and be like, "So when this goes in your report, we should, if you want to have a discussion about certain specifics or whatnot." Basically, if Bosh does anything that's against the rules, you should probably put it on my rap sheet because y'all are technically here under my command. So just don't get Bosh fired. If anyone's going to get fired, it should be me. That being said, continue, Bosh.
Mercenaries.
Yeah, so Bosh will explain in very medical detail what mercenaries are likely to do.
Oh, Jaunty Goblin.
Okay, so you're trying to intimidate him.
Is that a thing we can do?
Yes.
Mr. Davok might be more useful here. Holy shit. I didn't even think of that.
As you are going into medical detail, Bosh, give me a control and medicine check.
Control, not presence?
Nope. Sorry. Yes, presence and medical. Thank you.
Right.
I'm going to make this difficulty 2 because he's tied up.
Okay, I rolled a 14, but as my presence is 11 and my medicine's 5, that one's fine, and so is the 6. So two successes.
Excellent. 2 successes, exactly what you needed. He does look indeed quite frightened. He understood some of the bigger words as well, which may or may not
Nasty sounding one.
be a thing.
Very visceral.
Look, don't. I just look. I wanted to. Oh gosh, where do I start? I only wanted to be joined.
Today, Junior.
That's all. I just wanted to be joined. I wanted it so badly, but the commission, they rejected me, and then this Vulcan came along, and offered me with a chance to work on joined species, and as a reward, I would get to be joined, although not with a symbiont, but with a different life form.
But what commission do you speak of specifically?
What? Sorry?
You said he applied essentially to a commission or a corporation of some sort. What commission?
So on the planet Trill, symbionts are controlled by the Symbiosis Commission. They are the people who.
Oh, this is like a Trill nonsense.
Yeah.
Whatever's going on there. Got it. Whatever.
I
don't actually need to know all of that.
Of having a symbiont, and clearly, this person wasn't worthy of having a symbiont. It seems.
So how the
surprising.
fuck did you find these idiots? These guys down in the basement, because we're surely gonna deal with them, and you're definitely not gonna get joined this way. So maybe you can find someone in a Federation prison that you can join with. That'll be fun.
But I only wanted to. I just wanted to help. I thought they were a Vulcan. It turns out they were Romulan, but they approached me to work with these creatures and help them. As a Trill geneticist, I was able to help them with their efforts to try and get these creatures joined with Klingons.
So I ask again,
that's what I've been doing here.
Is the Iconian gateway on this facility? In this facility, is it here?
No, the gateway is not here. Let me see if I can just.
Okay, once Stu figures that out, whilst Stu figures that out, who here in our group of people, and probably chat, because good God, I'm a noob, wants to explain to me what the hell an Iconian gateway is, because I'm almost positive that Varren would know.
I've got this one.
Actually, I think you're. No, yeah.
Jesus, all
Go on,
right. Amy said it first. She's got it.
No, I said please tell me. I don't know either.
Oh, Ed, yeah, go for it. Let's go.
Imagine, if you will, a series of stargates, basically a big sort of portal, which was created by the ancient Iconian race, who basically you can use it to basically travel vast distances by simply like stepping through a doorway and you appear somewhere else.
Okay.
You just
And
you key
this
in
guy's
the command of where you want to go, and you just walk through the door and you're there.
And this guy's comments said, once the Iconian gateway is open, none of this will matter, or you'll all be dead anyways. And we're dealing with these fucking parasites that are coming from crazy. Am I right to be thinking along this track that there's? I mean, what did you take from it, Matt?
Yeah, it was the same sort of thing. It's probably not here, and it's somewhere further away, but. If it's not here, there's not a huge amount we can do about it unless it's within a decent distance of getting to, if you know what I mean. If it's where they are miles and miles away, we are in a bit more trouble.
And the idea being that if there's a gateway and they being the parasites
can get anywhere in the galaxy.
And they can send their armor-plated Klingons anywhere in the galaxy.
Yeah, I feel like when I called Wraal, I would have updated her on all of that bullshit too, which definitely didn't happen. So,
let him go. It's fine.
Yeah.
Right.
So
this chat tells you, well, what he tells you is that the gateway is not here. He tells you he's not sure where it is, but he does know that they're trying to repair it.
Those motherfuckers.
But more importantly, because now he's kind of spilling his guts as opposed to spilling his guts, he does tell you that there are prisoners being held further down the corridor. A Tellarite merchant and 3 human companions. So far, they've not had parasites implanted into them or been used as hosts, and they're in detention cells in the chamber further towards where you were headed earlier.
That'd be the crew of that freighter, a Tellarite and some humans.
Well, you do know that the Tellarite freighter is being used for runs to and from Kortar Station to bring supplies and such.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe there.
Dab, is there any more information to be gleaned from a mind meld?
I can't do that.
Oh, you can't?
Nope.
Okay, that was something that Johnson Goblin pulled up in chat earlier, and I was like, oh, that would have been way easier.
Yeah, no, I can nerve pinch, but I can't do the other one.
Yeah, not all Vulcans can.
I wouldn't want someone else's
But there we
mind
go. With him giving you quite a lot of, well, if you believe it, exposition, that's probably a good place to leave it for this week.
Yeah, I'll leave it with Varren to Livingston, 1 to beam up, and that's going to be the Tellarite or the Trill, and yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Excellent.
He's got a lot.
There we
more
go. Well
this
done,
guys.
Cracking as ever. Not a dramatic end. Well, it was quite dramatic.
Yeah, we got some
slowly dramatic.
We know why we're here, at least, so we know what's going on.
And all of a sudden, the Iconians are involved in some way. Was it the the demons of air and darkness? Crikey.
And we've captured the geneticists involved.
The entire galaxy is at risk.
Yeah.
I mean, we have we have giant slug creatures and armor-plated.
Isn't it something like only the 3rd Iconian gateway that's been found? I have something in my head saying that was only 2 so far.
That's correct. Yes.
Yeah. The Iconians are dead.
The Cmdr found one in the Gamma Quadrant.
Yeah, and Picard found the other one on the station. Yeah,
blew it up.
Interesting.
I mean,
but essentially, they could just they could just send a load of parasites straight into Starfleet headquarters, straight into the main offices of the Tal Shiar.
You don't need to go anywhere into the gateway. You just need the one gateway.
It's just a doorway. It's just a doorway. You just walk through it, no time issues whatsoever. And I mean, that's phenomenal story-wise, and I didn't like. Again, I'm a noob, as somebody in chat pointed out, but I'm fucking terrified right now as far as where this goes right now.
I would be.
Yeah, this is not in a good place. So,
excellent.
all right.
Right. Well, we'll find out what happens in a fortnight's time. So,
Yeah.
thanks everyone
Cheers,
for
guys.
watching and joining us, and we will see you. Oh, it's possible, just so our viewers know, it's possible that moving forward we might be streaming a little bit early. Might be the same time, might be 8:30 or an hour earlier. We will find out during the week, and we will let you know in plenty of time. Fantastic. In the meantime, take care, live long and prosper, and bye.
Bye, guys.